Do you know what really happens at 3 a.m. when your cat suddenly comes alive? One moment, your house is completely silent. You're asleep, everything feels calm. And then it starts. The sudden sprint across the hallway, the loud thud from the living room, the strange, almost chaotic energy that seems to come out of nowhere. It feels random, maybe even a little unsettling. You think your cat is just being weird, but actually, 3 a.m. is one of the most important moments in your cat's entire day. Because while you're asleep, your cat is doing something you were never meant to fully understand. And once you see what's really happening, you'll never hear those midnight footsteps the same way again. Most people dismiss it. They call it zoomies. They laugh it off. But what if that chaos isn't random at all? What if it's instinct? What if it's awareness? What if it's something your cat can't turn off, even if they wanted to? Because the truth is, 3 a.m. activates something ancient inside your cat. Something precise. Something purposeful. And it starts with this. The 3 a.m. energy surge isn't random. You think your cat suddenly goes crazy at 3 a.m. for no reason, but actually, their body is following a biological clock older than your home itself. Picture this. Your cat is asleep for hours, quiet, still. Then suddenly, they explode with energy. It feels unpredictable, but it's not. Cats are what scientists call crepuscular animals. That means they are naturally wired to be most active during dawn and dusk. And here's the key detail most people miss. Around 3 a.m., your environment begins to shift toward dawn, even if you don't notice it. Light levels change slightly. Sounds in the environment subtly shift. Temperature drops or rises just enough. You think it's still deep night. But actually, your cat's internal clock is already moving toward hunt mode. Their brain is waking them up. Their body is preparing them. Their instincts are turning on. And that burst of energy, it's not chaos. It's activation. But what they do with that energy is even more revealing. They're running a territory check. You think your cat is just running around the house aimlessly, but actually they are performing a full territory sweep. Have you ever noticed how your cat moves at night? They don't just run randomly. They move from room to room. They pause. They listen. They observe. You think they're playing, but actually, they're checking. In the wild, cats survive by constantly monitoring their environment. Nighttime is when both prey and threats become active. So their instincts say one thing: stay alert. At 3 a.m., your cat is scanning the entire house. Every corner, every sound, every shadow. You think your home is quiet, but your cat hears things you can't. Tiny movements, distant vibration, subtle noises inside walls. And in their mind, all of it matters. So they move, they investigate, they secure the space. And here's the part most people never realize. That territory includes you. But what happens next is even more strange. Because sometimes, during this patrol, your cat suddenly stops and stares. The staring at nothing moment is not what you think. You think your cat is staring at nothing in the dark, but actually, they are processing information you don't have access to. This is the moment that gives people chills. Your cat freezes, eyes locked on an empty space, body completely still. It feels eerie, like they're seeing something invisible. And in a way, they are. Cats can hear frequencies far beyond human range. They can detect subtle movements and vibrations that your senses completely miss. You think the room is empty, but your cat's world is full of signals. A tiny insect moving, a pipe adjusting, a faint noise behind a wall. To you, it's silence. To your cat, it's data. And at 3 a.m., when everything is quieter, those signals become even clearer. So when your cat stares into the darkness, you think it's nothing, but actually, it's awareness, heightened, focused, precise. But what they do after this moment is even more surprising. Because sometimes, instead of running or watching, they come to you. They check on you while you sleep. You think your cat ignores you at night, but actually, you are part of their 3 a.m. routine. Have you ever woken up slightly and noticed your cat near your face? Or felt a soft paw touch you? Or sensed them sitting quietly beside you? That's not random. At 3 a.m., during their active phase, your cat doesn't just check the environment. They check you, your breathing, your movement, your presence. You think they're just being curious. But actually, they're confirming something important. That you're okay. That you're safe. That nothing has changed. In social animal behavior, checking on group members is a survival instinct. And in your cat's mind, you are part of their group. So when they approach you in the middle of the night, it's not for attention. It's not for food. It's reassurance. But here's where things get even deeper. Because after they confirm you're safe, they don't just leave. They stay close to reinforce safety. You think your cat only comes to you for comfort during the day, but actually, nighttime is when that bond becomes strongest. After their patrol, after their checks, after their awareness phase, many cats return to you. They sit near you, sleep beside you, stay in your space. You think they're just tired, but actually, they're choosing stability. At 3 a.m., the world feels different. Quieter, more uncertain, and your presence becomes an anchor. Your scent, your warmth, your stillness, it signals one thing: safety. So your cat stays close. Not because they need something from you, but because your presence completes their environment, and that's something most people never notice. But what happens next is even more subtle, and almost no one sees it. They express trust when you're not watching. You think your cat shows affection only when you're awake, but actually, some of their deepest trust happens when you'll never see it. At night, in silence. When you're asleep, cats don't perform affection the way humans expect. They don't always seek attention. They don't always make it obvious. But they show trust in quieter ways. The way they relax near you. The way they close their eyes beside you. The way they position themselves without fear. You think they're just resting, but actually, they are letting their guard down. Completely. And doing that next to you. In the animal world, that's one of the strongest signals of trust possible. Because vulnerability is never accidental. It's chosen, and your cat chooses it next to you. But there's one final truth that ties all of this together. 3 a.m. is when your cat becomes their true self. You think your cat's real personality shows during the day, but actually, 3 a.m. reveals who they truly are. During the day, your cat adapts to you, your schedule, your noise, your movement. But at night, those filters disappear. Their instincts take over. Their natural rhythm begins. Their awareness sharpens. Their behaviors become pure. You think the chaos at 3 a.m. is strange, but actually, it's authentic. It's your cat being exactly what they were designed to be. A watcher, a protector, a hunter, a companion, all at once. And maybe that's the most important thing to understand. Because when you hear those footsteps in the night, when you feel that sudden movement, when you notice your cat behaving differently at 3 a.m., you might pause and think about it differently. You think your cat is just being disruptive, but actually, they're following instincts older than your home, older than your routines, older than your understanding. And somehow, in the middle of all that instinct, they still come back to you. Not because they have to, but because they choose to. So the next time your cat wakes you up at 3 a.m., you might not be as annoyed. You might just realize you're not alone in the dark. And in your cat's world, that means everything. If you've ever noticed these strange nighttime behaviors and wondered what they really mean, you're starting to see the bigger picture now. And if you want to understand your cat on a deeper level, you can stay with this journey, because there's always more beneath the surface than what we see. Because your cat has always been communicating, just not in a way you were taught to understand. And once you begin to see it, you can't unsee it.